There's no rain forecasted and I am so over it. So I decided to take a personal day, said stuff it, I'm going bush, I'm going to go out and scream, and Mother Nature just piled on top of it with more shit weather. I'm about to lose my f***ing chops. I've just driven into Ku-ring-gai National Park and I'm going to try and find a new walk to go on. In this mental state that my head's in at the moment, I wouldn't be surprised if I did get lost, so I'm going to make sure that I find somewhere with a track, and if the track tends to disappear, then I'm just going to have to turn around and come back and find a different path. This is a reminder to everyone to not let yourself get this bad before you do something to look after yourself. It's been quite a few weeks of non-stop sailing regattas for us. I've been carrying the majority of the mental load, doing all the housework, dealing with my perimenopausal emotions, my kids' puberty emotions, all of us being overtired, and my husband as well, being extremely moody with all the additional stress that he's had on. So yeah, it's been a lot. I have taken a personal day off work. I had to make time for me, and it seems like at the moment the only way of making time is to take time off work. So yeah, there's a lot on. So I'm leaning on Mother Nature to hold me and nurture me, as she always does. I did have a massive scream at home to let out all the pent-up energy and rage that's going on inside me. I think we might just head into whatever track we come across next. Take decision out of it. Stop overthinking everything. Stop trying to control everything. As I say that right now, I'm also thinking, oh, I don't have a microphone plugged in and the window's down and it's probably really bad audio. So I'm overthinking and over-controlling. Funnily enough, the next track on the trail is the Salvation Loop track. It sounds exactly like what I need. The Salvation Loop track. Loop is 1 kilometre, additional track is 2.5 kilometres one way. So I'm on the Salvation Loop track and I'm going to test out my new Garmin Mini Reach. Dad gave me this for my birthday in October, and I'm only just using it in March now, so yeah, I guess that kind of explains the state of my mental health as well. So let's learn how to use this. Let's see, we'll start tracking and see what happens. The Salvation track in Ku-ring-gai National Park is a 2 kilometre loop track, easy level walking, good bird watching. I can already hear them, which is lovely. There's an additional 5 kilometre return walk. These are one of those moments when I'm tempted to go off the track. There's a bit of a rock path here up to that rock edge, which looks like a nice spot. So I'm carefully walk through here, keeping an eye out for snakes. The Aussies like to call them danger noodles. They'll be happily sunning themselves out here. And I guess the nice thing about the rain this morning is it's made all these pretty little glistening parts of the track. There's a bit of a rock carving there. A stingray. Beautiful spot to stop and have lunch, but I've only just started. Can't easily get up there though, which is what I was wanting to check out. I'm approaching this big puddle up here, which is going to force me onto the side of the path in the leaf litter. So I'm going to be really careful looking out for any wildlife that we don't want to scare or hurt each other. Seems like that big downpour this morning has made a lot of the wildlife a bit more reclusive than usual when I'm on a walk by myself. Or maybe they're just staying away from my shitty aura. Can't blame them. All those beautiful birds singing, but I haven't spotted any of them yet. So these signposts make it nice and easy. There's Salvation Loop that way, Salvation Loop that way. Let's go up the Wallaroo track. That's a beautiful rock. So I'm just going to show you some of the little hills that I've come across on the Wallaroo part of the track. Oh, hey dragonfly. Just because it said at the beginning that the loop was flat, and there are a few little hills here. So just so you know what to expect if you're wanting to do this walk. Okay, let's have a look. So there's just a few small undulating hills. And I would definitely encourage hiking boots for this trail as opposed to joggers. It's a bit rocky, and after just a little bit of rain this morning, there are quite a few puddly sections. Hiking boots are the way to go. Speaking of which, it's time for me to get a new lightweight pair because these are almost worn out and they're really heavy because they're so old. And if you don't already feel small in this world, that should make you realize. And now we're going down some hills. I'm quite tempted to turn around and walk back because I am going to have to walk back up this. But Curious George also wants to see what's on the end of the trail. Track just keeps challenging me. Just keeps stepping into the unknown. It's like a metaphor for life. Don't know where I'm going, just one foot after the other. Sliding down these rocks. Let's hope that I'll be able to climb back up them. Here now. To a sharp bend on the track and what looks like some slippery uphill. I might just put a waypoint on my GPS tracker here. Okay, how do I put new waypoint in. Settings, stop tracking, back to start. I don't know. Only 2.14 k's in. I've been going for an hour and it's hot. Okay, let's see if I can get up this hill. 1, without stopping. 2, without sliding back down. And 3, without swearing. Fingers crossed. Here we go, up the hill. It's at this point where I think about getting some walking sticks, like hiking sticks. But I'm not sure if they'd even dig into this gravel to stop me from sliding. Say gravel, it's like rock cover. It's just got really steep on tippy toes. I'm trying to flat foot it so that I don't slide on tippy toes. I haven't stopped, I haven't spawned, and I haven't slid yet. Not sure what my elevation is right now, but my watch has just told me it's reached my heart rate threshold. Thank you, Gail. I needed that cooling dust. Okay, that hill was a doozy. If you're wanting to do a flat walk, you should definitely stay on the main loop of the Salvation Trail. I didn't slide down, I didn't stop, I didn't swear, but there was one point where my foot did slide a little bit. So if you're not that adventurous, stay on the main track. It is nice now that it's more of a natural dirt path out here. So the environment's different. You can see the bushland's different up here. We've got some grass trees. It never ceases to amaze me how quickly the Australian bush changes at different elevations. All on the same walk, but a different environment. It's a lot like my mind under different situations, different stresses. I think a lot of us present in many different ways in lots of different parts of our lives, just like the Australian bush does. And that's okay, as long as we remember to show up for ourselves regularly. Just spotted some food for the in-laws. Okay, so we're on Wallaroo. I'm guessing this is going to say Yarman's over here. It does look pretty overgrown though. It doesn't look like anyone's been down Yeoman's track for a while. So I'm going to stick on the Wallaroo track. Is this my lunch clearing? A bit of a rock. Nice breeze. Or do I keep going and hope for something with a bit of a water view as well? Decisions. Is that part of my problem? Always looking for something better? Just need to settle for what's there and be happy with what's there at the time. It's words of wisdom from the bush as Mother Nature tries to teach me a few things. To accept what's there, appreciate what's there, and to not keep looking for something better. Okay, so according to my watch, it's taking me 2 hours to do 5Ks. I've obviously been distracted, but now it is 2:45, so it's time for me to haul ass out of here before it gets dark. So less recording on the way. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the time I see something really awesome when the camera's away. Might get lucky, hopefully. Okay, I'll see you on the other side. I'm feeling much better. I'm back to where I took that turn up to the Wallaroo path, and I have no need to do that path ever again. I'll finish off the loop of the Salvation track loop. Okay, I'm back at the beginning. The map isn't exactly to scale, but down here, got to the Yeoman's branch, came down, probably stopped about here before I decided to come back up again and around. That was a big walk. I definitely needed it. I feel much better. There's still a bit to go, but the bush wisdom's definitely kicked in. Some time to think things through and think about ways that we're going to change things at home. Go home, have some chats to the family, and I think we're even going to implement a weekly games night. So hopefully that'll be part of the change that the family needs to bring some fun back into our lives, instead of just sprinting from one commitment to the next and then crashing out. Time to get home, and might figure out the next walk on the drive past the other tracks. We're not quite finished. Still need to get back to the car, which if it was a true loop, the car would be parked just there. It says it's a loop, but it's two different start points. I've come out of one end of the Salvation Loop track and walked along, I'm pretty sure this is West Head Road, to get back to the car. It's probably a 1.5 kilometre walk on the road back to the car once you get off the track. See, I did not pack enough water, but from good planning, I've got a big bottle in the car, which I am going to guzzle down. I've never been so happy to see my car. Back where I started, here's my car, and I think that's my GPS telling me I'm back on track. It guided me back. Fresh air, breeze, sunshine, starting to feel better.